Hello everyone and welcome to The Rebound by Q30. I'm Kevin Higgins, this is Robin Brown, and we are reporting live from snowy Hamden in the People's United Center, where the Quinnipiac Bobcats dropped their home opener to the Hartford Hawks by a score of 68-54. And Robin, what went wrong for Quinnipiac tonight?
Well, Kevin, they were tentative on the offensive side. They had low energy. They were not aggressive. And Baker Dunleavy alluded to this in the press conference post-game, that when Hartford dropped into a 1-3-1 in their defensive zone, they had no options. They were living and dying by the three-point line. And when they went into that slump and they weren't making those shots, they continued to shoot those shots rather than look for the high percentage on the inside, going down to Marfo, going down to Bundu in the post, where they would have easier access in the paint. But they kept going, they kept shooting, and the energy just died down when they weren't making their shots consistently.
Now, you talked about not making your shots consistently. When this team doesn't do that, they tend to rely on star Cam Young. But when he is having an off night, who do you think they should go to as a secondary option?
Well, with Rich Kelly out with the injury, I think that the most surprising player now is Travis Atson. When he transferred in from Tulsa, I didn't think that people would think he was a dominant scorer, but he's become that complementary player, not in the sense that he's stuffing the stat sheet with multiple points, but he had 11 points tonight, 3 rebounds, and what surprised me the most was on the defensive end, he had active hands, he was diving after loose balls, and that's what matters when the game is going to come down to the wire, and they're going to be decided by just a few points. Last year, they had 13 games that were decided by 2 possessions or less. So those little moments, although they're small, they're little, they're noticeable. And that's what Travis Atson, I think, makes a difference coming after Cam Young.
Yeah, and just overall offensively, this team has looked sluggish in the start. What do you think they need to do specifically on the offensive end going forward?
They need to relax. First of all, they don't run an extreme amount of transition and they're not pushing the ball, but when they get onto the offensive end, they need a vocal leader. And whether that's Aaron Robinson, whether that's Cam Young stepping up in Rich Kelly's absence, they need someone who's going to slow the ball down. They need to get more points in the paint. They can't live and die by that three-point line, and that's what they're doing right now. They're developing, they're young, they have some injuries, but it's going to take time for them to gel and build that chemistry on the offensive side, but just setting it up, running a play, and being vocal and gelling together as a team.
Thank you, Robin. And there you have it. Quinnipiac Bobcats dropped to 0-2 on the young season here with a 68-54 loss to Hartford. For Robin Brown, I'm Kevin Higgins. This has been The Rebound.